way too many running yards for anybody. But we just got to find ways to execute. I think when we went back and watched the film, it came down to tackling and as well as execution.
What do you say to Tom Brady when you're lying on top of him?
Since I'm not much of a talker, and I usually
an exception in that case.
I usually don't like going to the ground. I usually like inflicting pain and then going about my business, getting ready for the next play. So I usually try not to stay on the ground. Hop up quick.
You have to be careful on that. You don't want to make him mad, right?
I'd love to make him mad. My job is to piss him off and have him yelling at his offensive lineman for not blocking me, his coach, and everybody on the sideline. So that's my job.
And that's the thing you guys really have to do in all seriousness, right? You got to,
yeah, no question.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable off his spot. We know he likes to drop back and throw comfortably, have his nice pocket, but my sole job is to disrupt that at all costs.
When's the last time you saw that? When's the last time you created that where you saw there was some frustration?
I mean, I think the last game we played them, we had some good hits on them, understood what they wanted to do. Personally, I could reach back to some times in Detroit where they actually pulled them from the game. It was a preseason game, so maybe not been that important, but it was important for us just to get a gauge to see where we're at. But, I mean, I've had some success against him.
The 8 hits on Brady last time, what does that tell you about the pass rush and what effect do you think it had on him in the game?
I think it was good in the pass rush concept, but when we look at the run game, we didn't do so hot there. And so I think they stuck with that, and we got to eliminate that. And I think when we eliminate both of those pieces and they're not successful on both sides of the running and the pass game, that's when we'll find ourselves successful.
How do you feel about taking days off of practice? Does it bother you when you have to do that you can't be out there with everybody else?
It's not really my decision. So, but when I look at it, I understand why they had me do it. But then I also look at it from a standpoint I wasn't wired that way to take days off. So it's not something that I'm used to, especially over my career. I think prior to, I want to say last year or something of that nature, I had only missed one practice due to being sick. I had, unfortunately, the flu in 14.
That's why I was curious about it, though, because you don't seem like someone that would want to take but you also seem like someone who could understand the value of it. So I just wonder how much internal wrestling is there with you on a day like today, for example.
As I said, it's not my decision. So I take orders, and I'm a good lieutenant or whatever you want to call it. But how I look at it is, it's not my decision. I take it in stride. I'm not wired to take days off. I wasn't built that way, mentally or physically. But I do understand the importance of it and just roll with the punches.
Is that something you probably maybe when you're done playing, you'll look back and say, okay, I see why? Is it hard to do it as a guy that's in it right now?
No. I can see it now for sure. I see it with my trainer. I see it with the coaching staff, and there's other reasons as well. But it's not like I'm getting the entire day off and I get to be at home. So I got plenty of work and things that I can do and study. It gives me an opportunity to learn it from a mental standpoint. I think prior to being into pros, the biggest way I learned and advanced myself in this game was I was out during spring ball. I had a torn ACL, so I had to sit on the sidelines and learn the game from there, and I think it served me right.
Hey, Adam spoke really highly of Jordan Phillips today. What are you seeing from him both on the field and attitude-wise?
I think Jordan understands his role, and I think he's understanding his his whole overall ability as a player, and he's growing into that. And I think the best thing for him is to just stay consistent, and I think he understands the attitude he has and the effect that he has on this team and how he can be a dominant force.
Having said that, how terrible was that sack dance that you did coming up?
I didn't see much of the sack dance, but I saw a lot of excitement from Jordan. It's always good to see a young guy like that get sacks and make plays, and obviously happy for your line mates.
You guys didn't run that back and forth on the film?
We didn't run it back and forth on the film.
What about the Julius Thomas touchdown dance?
That was beautiful. It was a great display of riding a Bronco, to say the least.
You can tell right away.
Yes. Yeah. Immediately. Just riding a Bronco.
The Pro Bowl announcements are coming out fairly soon. I was wondering how much interest you have in that still at this point, whether that means anything to you.
I'd sit here and lie to you if I didn't say I was interested in it. I hope you voted, to say the least. No, I mean, you always are curious to see how things pan out. I'm happy to see other guys make the Pro Bowl. Happy to see guys like Cam Wake and Rashad Jones and many other guys, penalty on this team, make the Pro Bowl and be successful and get accolades for it.
Does the event itself, going to Orlando and being in it, have any appeal to you still at this point?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's just up the road. It was obviously great when it was in Hawaii. Got to take that trip over there. But Orlando, I've had fun up in Orlando plenty of times, and there's some cool things that I know about Orlando that I could be a part of outside of just playing football and being in that game.
So if you were selected this year, you'd intend to go?
Yeah, I would. I would have went last year if I didn't have the situation that I had physically. So, I mean, it'd be always my goal to go out there if I was graciously enough to be selected to it and participate in it.
What part do you like the best about being around all the players from other teams from around the league?
I enjoy it. I mean, I think the biggest interactions that I enjoy is going against the other guys and being around them in my similar position. I think one of the most fun times I had was interacting with like Phillip Rivers and guys like that, where most of the time we're at each other's throats and trying to combat each other, but you're more so, it's just everything's fun living there. So that's how I kind of look at it.
Has Tom Brady ever said anything interesting to you when you're engaged?
No.
Anything
No.
funny? I mean, how does he react?
He hasn't really said much at all to me. I'd love to sit down with him. See that.
How well do you know him?
I don't know him at all, so maybe you can create that after the season. Seems like you got all the connections over there.
Just seems like a good matchup.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.